This is the Two Guys Take Podcast. Gaming, music, and more with your hosts, Mike and Adam. Episode 28, baby.
Oh, you went really like low and then
I shot up.
shut up.
And I got to say this, drinking on a school night.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Beers.
go.
Drinking beers.
Drinking the beers, the Bulls, the Bears, and the beers.
Anyway, so this is like...
We were
Is
still
this-
recording, right? Okay, good.
Yeah. Is this 6 weeks in a row?
6 in a row, my friend.
And you don't
Too
have
good.
to death threat anyone this week.
No, you don't. Nope.
We do have a special guest.
Yes. I'm excited.
It's a 4-time Golden Globe Award winner for Best Extra in an Animated Series. He's the most lucrative Twitch streamer in history, if I remember correctly. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for TuxedoTito.
TuxedoTito, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
And the crowd goes wild.
And the crowd goes, ah. Tito, what's good, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us and ditching us last week, you piece of shit.
Yeah, I was just really worried because you guys were threatening to send people to my DMs. I did not want to have it.
Now we don't have to.
Now we don't have to. Now, listen, you redeemed yourself. And I hope you have something to drink there for you, sir.
I do actually. I have myself
Cheers.
some cognac.
Cheers, gentlemen. Cheers.
Thank you.
This reminds me of the time that we broke bread together.
Yes, the three of us did actually meet in real life.
That's
before.
what we did. We did meet in real life.
We
Those
crushed
wings.
some beers, crushed some chicken wings.
Chicken wings, beers. Good times were had by all.
We'll definitely do that again.
Mm-hmm.
I still got to visit you, Adam.
Well, Luis, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, you're right. I can't say an invitation because you have invited me. So, yikes.
Yep.
Oopsie. Listen, I'll make the drive. Peter, you could drive here to me. Well, actually, I'm not on the way. Well, sort of, kind of. I'm on the way.
I think I might be on the way. So you might just come to me. And then
Yeah,
we
but
can
he's
head-
south, right? Aren't you south?
Either way, it's smarter to let Mike drive because he does have a Tesla. I'm sure it's a lot cheaper.
It also drives itself, right?
It does drive itself.
Yeah, you guys can
It does
just
drive
nap the whole way here.
There we go.
Just conk it out and just hit the button and go.
That's right. I don't condone drinking and driving, but we could just, pop a few beers.
That's
some
it.
cold ones.
Listen, officer, the car was driving.
The car's driving.
I wasn't driving.
I'm drinking and riding.
That's
Pop a
right.
cold one with the boys, but the car said no. So
Also,
we're like, okay.
just so we're gonna put it out there, also still illegal.
Yes.
Very illegal, and we do not endorse drinking and driving.
You cannot have open containers in your. I don't know what the laws are, and
No, you can't have open containers. No.
I know. The law is pretty much the same everywhere.
I was
Connecticut, you can.
Really?
Yeah. They don't have like an open container law as long as you are not caught with getting like into a vehicle after consumption, you're good. I see it all the time. Cops just chilling in the streets and homeless people drinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They're not getting in any cars.
New York, you could get arrested for a
you
beer,
never
but you can't get arrested for smoking weed outside. So hey, listen, it's all good.
Progressive states, let's go.
Let's go.
I can tell you, I've never gotten arrested for smoking weed outside. That's
I'm going to preface that and say I've never been arrested.
okay. That too. I've never been arrested either.
Nice. So how's everybody's week starting off? I mean, it's Monday, those mundane Mondays sometimes, they get you.
I was off today, but I did.
Yeah, but you were sanding.
I did probably more work than I would have if I was at work.
I was just going to say, you probably did.
I believe that.
Yeah. I had to yell at my kids today. The usual, the typical Monday stuff.
Jesus.
Well, we're not going to go into it this time.
Your kids sound like a bunch of shitheads.
Listen, they're middle school kids, man. They don't know their freaking elbow from their ass. They don't know if they're coming or going. The hormones raging. Seventh grade is where the kids go through a transformation. So 6th grade, they come in, they're nice and cute, and they're like, oh, like they have, they're big-eyed and bushy-tailed. And then something happens to them over the summer. And then when they come back in 7th grade, they're fucking assholes. And then
Rebellious stage.
all of a sudden they turn into 8th graders and they become somewhat normal again. It's weird. It's the weirdest thing. You have to be in it to see it. But if you talk to any middle school teacher, they'll tell you the same thing.
Terrible.
I don't remember much of middle school.
I don't remember it at all, actually.
Well, I mean,
There's
it was
definitely a
like,
reason for Adam.
I didn't do any drugs in middle school. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Listen, I actually was thinking about this today, and since we have Tito on the show, I wanted to talk about MMOs.
Okay.
Oh boy, are you gonna bring up Lost Ark?
Well, I'm going to bring up a lot of them.
Oh, okay.
But this is where what angle I want to go in. So I've been seeing a lot of criticism from MMOs, right? From MMO players, from the MMOs that are coming out, the MMOs that have been out. And my question is, everyone always bitches and complains about these MMOs, right? So what is, quote unquote, the perfect MMO? Or what are people looking for in an MMO?
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but even Final Fantasy, people bitch about it. So, yeah, go ahead.
I think it just really depends on who you talk to, right? There are going to be some WoW heads who, no matter what MMO you throw at them, it's not going to be World of Warcraft, right? But unfortunately, with the MMOs, is they take one thing and they may do it really well, and then they take something else and they do it really poorly. And they're not really growing from each other, I don't think. Whereas you play Final Fantasy, it's very fetch quest heavy, very story driven. But the majority of the quest, you barely fight monsters. The only time you're fighting monsters is on the way to and fro something, and early quests, like when you first start out, so you can learn how to battle.
Right.
Everything else comes around these big, like, narrative driven raids for Final Fantasy. Whereas
Right.
WoW, it's like you're constantly out there raiding, leveling, fighting things, trying to get legendary gear, right?
Right.
So I think, both of them do some things very good, but they don't do everything. So to answer your question, I don't think a perfect MMO exists, and it probably never will.
That's
Probably
kind of how
never will.
New World is too. New World, you're constantly raiding and grinding for gear, and it's just like a
right. So I wanted to kind of talk about, like, because I know Tito's a big Final Fantasy guy. Myself, I've been into New World. I have almost 800 hours in it already. I know Adam has played a little bit of New World. We've both played a little bit of Final Fantasy. I played a little bit of WoW. Growing up, I really never got into like the RPGs or MMO type things, but now I'm starting to kind of really like playing those games.
Mm-hmm.
So, but seeing especially with New World, because it's like under big scrutiny now right now with the dev team and all that stuff. And everyone's complaining that the game is dead and they're not doing this and they're not doing that, yada, yada, yada. But I feel like every single MMO that is out there, that people are going to have issues with it no matter what, right? There's always going to be people saying trashing on a game and whatever it is, even if it's not an MMO, right?
Mhm.
But I want to know what would be like, so, this is my real first, diving into an MMO. So I want to know what people are looking for. Are they looking for more end game content? Are they looking for more? I feel like it's like there's never enough for people to do, even if there is a lot of stuff to do.
So I think you kind of hit the nail on the head when you said end game content. And I think that's probably what most people look for. Because think about it. The journey is fantastic, right? But when you get to the end and you have overpowered gear, weapons, and stats, what point is it if you have nothing to use it on?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the journey's great, but maybe more end game content right out the box. You know, I don't know, maybe mechanics that you're comfortable with. If you're switching over from WoW to, let's say, Final Fantasy,
Mm-hmm.
the combat system's different. Like there was a big scrutiny over the global cooldown on your abilities, right? They're saying, oh, it's too long in Final Fantasy, where you have instant cast in, WoW. So,
Mhm.
so I think things like that, I don't know. I think it's such a large umbrella that it's really going to vary the answer from person to person.
Right.
Yeah, like you spend a lot of time doing the same repetitive stuff
Mhm.
over and over again in an MMO. And so I think that's I mean, for somebody like me, that gets irritating after a while when you're doing the same stuff over and
Mhm.
over again, just grinding for some gear. And it's
Right.
the same reason I stopped playing Destiny, because it's just that's all you do is you just grind over
Right.
and over. And like the different quests and stuff do have different gameplay that varies, but a lot of stuff repeats. You're
Right.
doing kind of the same stuff. Like I said, it's the same stuff over and over again.
Mhm.
And then you sprinkle in a raid here and there, and it's just like gets a
Yeah.
little stale.
Right.
And
But
then to
then,
your point,
but then
like,
if you don't play it religiously,
mhm.
then like me with New World, like I can't touch New World right now because I can't do anything. Like I go into it and it's like unless I have like a whole group of people to carry me through, I can't
Right.
do anything at the stage I'm at.
Yeah.
Damn. And then, like, to your point as well, like the whole doing the same thing over and over again, it doesn't even guarantee you the drop it that you're looking
Right,
for.
Right.
exactly. And
Right.
that's why you keep doing it over and
Right.
over and
Yeah.
over
Right.
again.
Yeah, we were actually last night trying to farm for these stupid weaponsmithing pants. It only drops from one boss, and there's none on the marketplace. And people are trying to farm. It's like it just doesn't want to drop. Like the drop rate and the RNG is so ridiculous for
Mhm.
some of these things. It's crazy. It's crazy. And
I
again,
will.
to your point, like, doing things over and over and over again. There's only so many times you could just, beat a dead horse, right?
Yeah. And I will say too, I wasn't there for when WoW was becoming a big MMO. I
Hmm.
played Final Fantasy when it was A Realm Reborn, no expansions,
Oh, okay.
and it was awful, right?
Right.
Like, I enjoyed it because I liked the name Final Fantasy. I liked what they did with the game, but it was just rocky launch. And it sounds like New World's kind of going through the same thing. It's
Yeah.
having a rocky launch. But let's say the perfect MMO isn't really the one that the gameplay mechanics are amazing and incredible. It's the one that has dev support. You want to
Right.
see it grow, be better. You want New World in, 6 months to a year to feel like a whole new game because they listened to what the players wanted. They
Right.
made these advancements and changes, be that in expansion or free updates, whatever.
Right.
So I don't know. I've not played New World, so I don't speak from experience. But
Yeah.
hopefully,
I
in
mean that, as far as that's concerned, with and just in New World's
Mhm.
corner, is that they are doing these like dev updates every month. They're talking with the community. They're doing these videos saying what each month their plan is. They just started a PTR a couple of months ago, so they're doing their tests. So they definitely are listening, and I think, like you were saying with Final Fantasy, and that's what I heard about Final Fantasy. So I only started Final Fantasy a couple months ago when actually Adam and I we both started at the same time. Um, and when, like you said, when A Realm Reborn came out, wasn't great.
Yeah,
And it took them a while to get to where they are now. So I think New World is on that path. I hope, because I do really love the game. Um, but we'll see. I mean, people are gonna. There was obviously a big mass exodus,
Mhm.
in their population, in their
Yeah,
players. But I guess that happens with every game. Who knows what they'll bring back? That's
Yeah,
the
that
thing. They got to
happens.
bring back new
People
players.
people come in and out of games and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. And I was gonna say, Adam, you were saying you can't go back in now because you feel like you can't really play at the level like everybody else is at, who's been playing it religiously every day. But hopefully, like with a couple fixes, they'll round out the edges and make it so that you can just come back to the game after taking a
Right.
year hiatus or whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
right. And I could even go back now, do a couple raids, get to
Yeah, you
60
definitely
and,
could.
and
Yeah, you
start
definitely
and
could.
like I even have I have gear now that is level 60. So as soon as I get it, my character is just like immediately buffed by 20% because of the gear that I have that I can't even use yet.
Right. I mean, I do enjoy it. But speaking of, you mentioned at the beginning, Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Are you going to be checking it out or what?
I think I'll try it. It's supposed to be free to play, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll give it a shot. Adam did graciously give me a beta key that admittedly now I've never used.
I did?
Yeah, you
For
said
Lost
you were going to be out of town when you got that beta
You got
or
the
a
beta
wedding
key
or
for
something
Lost
like
Ark?
that.
You son
He
of a
got something.
bitch.
He gave it to me and I never used it.
I don't remember this at all.
That's okay. I do because I felt so guilty about never using it. I was like, yeah, I'll definitely play it. The weekend came.
Hell
I didn't
yeah.
even I didn't even
Nothing.
remember
Okay,
it.
I do remember that now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because you're like, and I remember it so distinctly because you said, I know as an MMO player, you'll probably appreciate this since I can't play it. And I was like, damn it.
So it's but it's an MMO, but it looks like it's like a top-down RTS style.
Yeah, it looks like Diablo. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Diablo, yeah.
Interesting
I mean,
take.
yeah. I've been watching some videos on it. It looks actually pretty interesting. But I'm
I'll
not
give it a shot. It's free.
fan.
I mean,
It's free. I actually bought the Founders Pack because
What was that, like $15 or something?
$15 and
Yeah.
I could start playing tomorrow. So I figured, you know what?
So we'll get your review, Mike.
Yeah,
Can't
I'll
wait.
get my review. I don't know what's gonna friggin' be. Like I
Games
said, I'm
like
not.
that.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
I tried Diablo like maybe once, and I
Mhm.
was like, meh. So I don't know
When
if
did you try Diablo though? Was
And
it
which
after Reaper of
Diablo?
Souls and which Diablo? Yeah,
Oh, to be honest, I don't even remember which one.
because if it was when Diablo 3 first launched, that was
Rough.
awful. Yeah,
It's
that was a
garbage.
bad game. But then they released Reaper of Souls, and the quality of life just shot up there.
Yeah,
It completely changed the game.
Yeah, but
And that was awesome. I miss those days.
Me too.
I mean, could still play it
so
now.
much. Yeah, but who goes back and play Diablo? Let's be real.
I mean, I haven't played Diablo since PS3.
I'm gonna install it right now. Let's play tomorrow. Let's go. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't own it.
Oh, dang it.
I mean, I own it on PS3, which I don't have a PS3 anymore. So
Fair. But like speaking of when you were saying like Lost Ark looks like a Diablo type MMO, games like that existed like a while ago. I played RuneScape, that same kind of concept. There's another one called Conquer Online. A bunch of free to play ones that I've dabbled with and played, and so
is it the gameplay or is it the mechanics of it?
They were early MMOs that I played, and I didn't really understand the structure nor care for it. I was more of a console kid growing up,
right?
So yeah.
What's the other free to play game? Path of Exile. That is a good game.
I've never played that.
Is that
but
like
I see
a top down?
people.
That's like a
Diablo? It's just like Diablo. It's very complicated though. There's like a lot of different leveling mechanics and different like skill trees, and there's a lot going on, and it's free, but it's very fun.
Yeah. Well, that's. I mean, people are saying that this might be like they're afraid that the Lost Ark's going to be like a pay to win type of thing because it is free. It's
an Amazon game, right?
Well, Amazon produces it. It's something Gate, not Splitgate,
Dragon Gate.
No,
that's a wrestling company. I think.
Something or other. What's
Let's
it
just
called?
Look it up.
Yeah,
Lost Ark.
Where is it? Smilegate.
Never heard of them.
Nope.
Yeah, Smilegate RPG, and it's under the umbrella
Tripod Studio.
But is New World's also under the umbrella of Amazon, right?
Well, it's just
No, it's just Amazon.
It's just Amazon.
It's Amazon Game Studio.
And like Lumberjack Games, something like that.
For New World,
J-Dub makes this? What?
Yeah.
J-Dub. Get that guy on here.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna try it out. Like I said, I've been watching some videos. I'm like, it's kind of piquing my interest a little bit.
Yeah. If it's free, I'm going to play it. I mean, it's inevitable.
It's free. So why wouldn't you try it?
Exactly.
Make our own little guild and do some quests and see what happens. I don't know.
I'm expecting a rocky launch, but I'll definitely try it.
Well, what doesn't have a rocky launch anymore?
I mean, like, let's be honest. Seriously, like every game that comes out, there's something wrong with the launch.
You know,
Yeah.
the last game that I played that was pretty much flawless was Streets of Rage 4.
I love that game.
That's so good.
What the hell
It's
game is
so
that?
good. What?
What? Get that.
What?
Didn't you play Streets of Rage whenever
No,
you were younger, a
On
younger man?
Genesis? Ever?
Say-
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay. And,
Yeah.
well, I mean,
Yeah, well, they made a new one, a Streets of Rage 4 last
And
year or 2 years ago.
Chef's
what is
kiss.
this?
It's-
Does it still look like the
Oh
old?
yeah,
Oh, really?
But very crisp, though.
very very crisp.
Okay.
Me and Tito played through the whole thing in a co-stream, a while ago. If you'd have
Oh,
paid
We killed
really?
each other
I think-
several
maybe I-
times.
Yeah, we killed each other a lot.
Uh,
You can check out the video on YouTube.
Hey-o.
Not this YouTube channel,
Not this
another
YouTube.
YouTube channel.
That's
I
right.
won't plug it because that's just a shameless thing to do.
I plug it. It's our freaking podcast. We do what we want.
Splash Gordon TV, youtube.com/slash Gordon TV.
Splash Gordon TV.
I mean, if we're doing plugs here, we got a TuxedoTito on twitch.tv.
There you go.
Hello.
Plug. We're gonna
Real
let you plug at the end, but you can plug
Real
it.
quick. I have to say, if you're viewing us on the YouTube, sound like a grandma. If you're viewing us on the YouTube, don't forget to click the subscribe button and like the video. Leave a comment.
And leave a comment too. Absolutely. And if you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please give us a rating. Click those stars, whatever it is, whatever kind of rating you want to leave us. If you want to leave us a 1-star, fucking who cares? As long as we get some action.
Something.
Tell them why though. Like they need to know, right?
We need to know.
1 star.
One star.
What can they do better?
What can we do better?
Yeah, let us know.
Right.
I'll tell you right now. I give them 1 star because it's been 28 episodes, technically 27, and this is the first time I'm on here.
Well, okay. It was,
Just kidding.
it was a long and arduous journey to get
Right.
you on the podcast.
That's right.
We had you scheduled to be on the podcast, and then Mike went in the hospital.
It was
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
And then
Freaking-
that was our podcast hiatus through the holidays.
Right.
And then we had you scheduled to be on the podcast, and your computer decided to take a shit.
Took a
Then
crap.
we had you scheduled on it at the podcast again, and then your computer took a shit again.
Whoa. For real?
Well,
It
yeah,
happened
what was
twice?
the first? There was a first thing. Something happened with your PC, like the day before. It kept crashing. Well, no, that was your hard drive last week. There was
Yeah.
something else. Either way, it doesn't matter. You're here
More
now.
of the story is I need a new PC.
The moral is get your shit together.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get it together.
Cognac makes everything better.
Nice. So
Well,
this is a little pumpkin beer.
You know what? I actually have a special treat for you guys.
No.
Is it what I think it is?
I have a little piece of useless information.
Yes. Cue the sound effect, baby.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna skip the sound effect, but we'll cue the sound effect.
Cue
So
it.
go hit it.
Whatever.
Useless information you didn't need to know, but I'm gonna tell you anyway.
All right, so riding a roller coaster can help you pass a kidney stone.
What?
Yes. Okay. Now
No.
let me read the little paragraph that's underneath it here. After multiple people claimed that they had passed kidney stones while riding Walt Disney World's Big Thunder Mountain Railroad ride,
That's
a
a
research
sissy
team-
roller coaster.
what?
Go ahead. Sorry.
You're right. It is. It is. Anyway, a research team from Michigan State University decided to take a look at the situation in 2016. When they conducted tests using a model kidney, they found that there was a 64% pass rate for those seated in the rear of the roller coaster, but that number was just 16% for those seated in the front. Unfortunately, this only worked on Big Thunder Mountain. We tried Space Mountain and Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster and both failed. The study's lead author, David Wardinger, a professor emeritus. Who gives a shit about what you are, buddy? The ideal coaster is rough and quick with some twists and turns, but no upside down or inverted movements. So yeah, roller coaster. Oh wow, sorry.
Wow.
Whoa.
There
Wow.
we go.
That just came out.
And then that's
I
it.
expected me to be the first person to slip up.
And now we're canceled. Son
That's it.
of
Listen, I'll bleep it out. My God. You forget that I control all the editing and
Very
Yeah,
true. Very
but
true.
You've said that in the past episode, and you
Oh,
forgot to bleep it out.
I did.
Yes, not that word. It was something else. I can't recall right now, but I remember distinctly.
Whatever. And usually, whenever we say we're going to bleep something out, like 2 minutes later, we're like, we're going to leave it in.
Yeah, we'll leave it.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so
But
wait a
I'm
minute.
gonna I'll bleep
So,
that out.
so this little freaking weenie roller coaster. What if you go on like these like big ass like a nitro like that's in like Great Adventure?
Did
like
you not
Six
listen to
Flags?
what I said?
If there's a
As
the
long
No,
as
upside
but
it's-
down
no,
and the
it's this
twisty
one.
turns.
No, nitro doesn't go upside down.
No, as long as
Okay.
it doesn't have the twists and turns and
Yeah.
upside down, like just like a normal roller coaster, it just goes.
Yeah, that's
Just like-
basically what it does. But it's huge.
But
but
does
it's
it
huge.
flip at all?
No,
like
it doesn't
that?
flip. It doesn't
Does
flip.
it
doesn't flip.
twist?
No.
Okay, then
Oh, then yeah.
if you have a kidney stone,
Okay.
hop on.
If you're on that little thing, 64%, and a little kidney stone is going to come out, your freaking whole liver is going to come out if you go on
Okay.
this big thing.
I mean, what?
Well, first of all, why would your liver come out?
Right?
I don't know.
That's the weirdest thing ever.
Kidney, maybe.
Also, you're very concerned about passing these kidneys, like these stones. Like, do you have something to tell us?
No,
You got a couple
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
Yeah, you
No,
know,
I don't got it.
So-
Still.
Now,
as he's drinking his pumpkin beer.
but why would you want to pass a kidney stone on a roller coaster? Imagine that, because
Dude,
imagine that
no.
severe pain. Just like you're going that around the turn, and you're just like, oh my god! Like, why would you want to do that?
for real, you're right.
Go to the
That's-
hospital and get
Yeah,
some
no,
painkillers.
that's no good. That is no
And
good.
then-
What are you peeing yourself? Like, how are
Right.
you
Oh,
passing?
yeah,
your
exactly.
phone?
Like,
Yeah,
when you
that's
pass
wet
it,
yourself?
do you just dig in your underwear and you can take it out? Like
Or
is it just there?
Is it like it's like centrifugal force? Just
Force?
like
Yeah, right.
Goes out?
spins it up, smooths it out, and it just slides out nice and easy. Then how do you know it even came out?
Right.
Does it rock around in your pants as you're still on the roller coaster once you
Right.
passed it? Like, come on,
Okay,
the
listen,
science is flawed.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna call bullshit on this useless information.
Yeah, I'm calling BS too.
Listen, I'm gonna find another source for useless information from here on out. I've been using the
have to.
same website pretty much for.
Well, listen,
I've had
I was
I've had a couple
prepared.
variations here.
I
and
was
there.
I was prepared if you didn't have one.
Oh, let's hear it then.
But let's make it two for.
So do you know that when you have a tuxedo, not Tito,
Oh,
a tuxedo, and the garment that goes around your waist
a
is not
cummerbund.
it's not a cummerbund. It is
It's a Benedict Cumberbatch.
it's a cummerbund.
It's a what?
It
it's
is a
what?
cummerbund.
Yeah, with a
So
D
you-
at the end.
I thought you said cummerbund, and he said cummerbund.
It's not cummerbund.
It's
It's cummerbund.
Yeah. Yeah.
CUMMERBUND.
But I still say cummerbund because
All
that
right.
sounds much cooler.
Yeah, but everyone says cummerbund.
Yeah, but
Well-
I actually knew that.
y'all
Did you
better
really?
than me because I didn't even know that was the word for it.
And come on, you're TuxedoTito.
Seriously,
So, and
he doesn't. He wears the dicky. He's got
yeah,
the
people
dicky.
people don't wear.
that's
People,
right.
Right.
don't wear those anymore. People don't
No,
wear
they
those
don't wear
anymore
those
anyway.
anymore. They don't
Gotcha.
wear those anymore.
That's that that thing.
Dumb and
that's like-
Dumber. Dumb and
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Right, right. Yeah, back in the old.
I love when you can say that and people just go, "Yep, mhm."
Yep. I got it. Yep. So yeah, my wife gave me that. She's like, because she listened to the last podcast. She's like, I have a piece of useless information for you if Adam forgets. Okay, I was like, okay,
When Adam forgets, but I actually came through today.
you came through today. All right, in the clutch.
I will say, if you rewind the episode and there's a portion of time when you guys are chatting, I'm looking down the whole time. That's when I'm finding my useless information.
Yeah. So
You
It all
can't,
makes
you
sense.
can't get away with that now that
no,
now that we're
now
on
that the
video.
video's there, that's right. We
I
see
know.
we see it all now. We see it all. Oh man.
I had to put on clothes for this because you guys are doing video now. So,
I had to get
I
dressed.
don't have
Damn
pants
it.
on.
oh, nice.
Nice.
My butt's sticking to the chair.
Oh, that's the
Watching
worst feeling
Survivor
ever.
in my undies, and it was
The
great.
worst.
Nice.
I have some nice fleece pants.
Fleece
You-
plays.
Yeah, fleece.
You know, do you think we'll make it 7 weeks in a row?
yeah.
next
Why
week?
not? Why wouldn't we?
I don't
I
know.
hope so.
We almost didn't make it 5 last week. We had to postpone it a day
Oh, right. We
'Cause
did
I
postpone
was-
it today
because my back.
because
Oh my
your
God,
back
my
was broken. Your back was broken.
My back was broken.
Brack. All right.
Maybe we'll find ourselves another guest for next week too.
Ooh, listen, we could. Never know.
We'll just have Tito come on as a reoccurring guest, like every so often.
every so often.
Oh,
We could.
And now over to Tito with the weather.
Oh, it's gonna rain.
Listen, right? Podcasts, all right? Podcasts do that. You bring your special guest on, and that's always the special guest. The same
I'm just
special
a
guest.
regular guest.
Or you be a regular guest.
Yeah,
Right?
we'll make him. We'll promote him to series regular.
Nice. I like it. I like it a lot.
They call me Tuxedo Regular.
It's our and we what's this, 28 episodes. We've only had 3 guests, and you're one of them. So you
That's
should,
right. Consider yourself lucky.
a guy.
I'm definitely honored. Long-time listener, first-time guest.
Yes, let's go.
I'll
Oh, and
take
hey, and let me just apologize for at the end of last week's podcast saying fuck you, man.
Oh, hey. That guy Tito, he's a real piece of work.
That's
He is
right.
At least I left your name out of it and kept the anonymity, but now everybody can
Now
if
they
go
know.
back and
Now
listen.
they
They're
know.
going to be
Now
like,
they know.
"Hey, he's
Now they
talking
know."
about Tito."
Gotcha.
Don't DM me because I will not block any of you. And I'll just have a field day with it.
Yeah, Hey, you won't have a good day after that one. You'd be like, "Man, that didn't go the way I planned."
I know, right? Somebody's
He's
gonna
a
say some really
savage.
mean things to me, and I'm just gonna cry in a corner. I'm gonna go watch a Disney movie. Let the waterworks just go.
Just
Let it
watch
go.
Frozen
Yeah,
And Kanto, right? The new one's in Kanto.
Kanto's a new one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it, and I want to.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I'm just,
I haven't seen it either.
I gotta be ready for a good cry, right?
It's not a crier.
Oh, really? Okay, then
No,
maybe
it's
I'll
not a
just watch
crier.
it.
It's good though.
Nice.
Also, let's preface this, right? I cried for 20 minutes at the end of Toy Story 4 because I felt like that was my whole childhood just wrapping up. No spoilers, of course, but
Right.
I sobbed uncontrollably.
Wait till they
And-
announce Toy Story 5. You'd be like, "I cried for nothing."
Ah, son of a.
No, this is not worth it.
You guys watch Big Bang Theory?
I used to.
Used to, yeah.
Oh, so like Leonard's like the crier, right? He like
Yes.
cries. So they were talking about Toy Story, and he's like, they made a joke about it. They're like, the toys were holding hands. The scene in was it Toy Story 3 where they're about to go into the incinerator.
Yes. Oh man, that was a real tearjerker too.
Oh my god, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only cried once at the end of a movie, and it was at the end of Scarface. Whenever Tony Montana got killed. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie.
I felt so bad for the guy. I'm just kidding.
I'm also kidding. I've seen it, but
Interesting to cry at.
I cry at the end of a lot of sad movies. Not afraid to admit that.
Real men cry. Remember that.
Me too.
That's the name of this episode.
Real men cry.
Real men
There
cry
it is.
featuring Tuxedo Tito.
That's right.
I'm gonna be the face of real men crying.
And people, it's just like every other episode, people are going to be like, "Why did they name it that?" And get right to the end. That's
Right.
why.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna coin the term or the website realmencry.com.
Okay.
Just have people's faces on there.
Yeah, for real. Just
Right,
grown men.
Just like I have a mosaic of grown men crying.
Yes.
that's it.
Yep. And then you can get to know each man individually with a little description underneath. All right, this is getting way out of hand. I'm done with this.
I like it though. If we got any investors out there that hit us up.
Maybe some
DM
companies.
Tito for that.
Cry.com,
That's right.
where real men express their
And
emotion.
here's what it'll do. You'll go to realmencry.com and it'll start playing some nice somber music for you.
Right. Some
And it'll just
violin.
be just a mosaic of grown ass men crying in the background, like very small, so you can't like zoom in and make fun of them or anything like that. But
That's
you
true.
have the option while you're there for a small fee of $2.99 plus tax to take a picture with your webcam of your grown bitch ass crying and put you up on that mosaic with all the rest.
Genius. Let's go. All right.
Oh, my God.
Investors, give us money.
On that note, Tito, tell everybody how they can view your content or whatever. Plug yourself.
Oh, thanks, I appreciate that. So you can find me on twitch.tv, TuxedoTito. I am a occasional streamer, right? I'll be active maybe January through June, and then you won't see me till October, and you won't see me again till January. So here we are. I do have a YouTube channel, very small. I do intend to grow it at some point, but yeah, I play mostly horror games and variety, and that's where you can find me. A real pleasure. Thanks, everybody.
Check them out.
I also thought it was really funny that I told you to plug yourself.
Giggity. Who said I haven't already?
It's one of those things that can be an insult and an invitation,
Yeah.
Right.
like a positive invitation.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Well, that was music to my ears until that. Wow. All right.
All right, get rid of the chipmunk.
I can't.
Oh my god!
All right, kids, stay in school and don't drink on weekdays. You see what it does to you?
I can't be drinking on a weekday.
We'll see you guys next week.
Peace, y'all.
Thanks again for having me. I
All right,
appreciate
thanks for
it.
being on, Tito. Peace.
Oh man.
Peace.